If I've said this once, I bet I've said it 1,000 times by now. There ain't no fence straddling on this one. And if it feels like you're running out of time, that's because you are. The odds are pretty good that you're not going to like what I'm about to say, but it has to be said. If you're not where you think you need to be by the time the bottom falls out, you probably ain't going to make it there. Because all roads that go where you want to go, more than likely, go through a major city. And when this all goes down, at least wise according to the way it looks, unless you're familiar with all the ways to get around said city that's going to be in massive chaos, you ain't going to make it to where you want to go. Based on current trends, there isn't going to be no using a GPS. There isn't going to be no going online and mapping your alternate course. If you haven't had that figured out beforehand, there ain't going to be no figuring it out on the fly, unless you happen to have a Rand McNally roadmap that's updated so that you can do it manually instead of relying on the convenient technology that we're all so used to. I'd love to be able to sit back and tell you, oh no, this is all handled. There's a plan in place, and so forth and so on, like has been said from other sources. But that would be foolish. In my world, you expect the worst and hope for the best. And if you're not willing to do so, the outcome or the responsibility for the outcome lies with you. As I've said before on several occasions, if there is a plan in place that we can all trust, it better be put into action before the election. Because once election day rolls around and these people haven't been rolled up in some way, shape, or form, all bets are off. Because if you look around the world and see what has been going on in other countries for years, months, weeks, days, what have you, it's fairly obvious that we don't have any allies left. They have already all been conquered. And we're next. And when it goes down here, there's no one coming to our rescue. That's up to you and me individually to handle and be prepared to do so. And if not, we should all be prepared to accept the consequences of our inaction. Because here's the cold, hard reality of the situation. What is coming is our own damn fault. Because we weren't the ones out protesting, screaming, lock her up, and bring down the deep state, and demanding justice up until this point. We weren't leaving big tech platforms that promoted censorship in mass so that they would lose business and realize that it wasn't in their best interest to be doing what they have been doing. And if we're not willing to prepare for the worst case scenario, in the end, we won't have anyone to blame but ourselves because it was allowed to go this far. So how long potentially could this country be turned into the modern day version of the Wild Wild West? I couldn't tell you for certain. But I would be prepared for the long haul if I was you.